lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kelsey, and I am so glad that you decided to click on my video. Today's video is a little different. It's not a haul, a styling tutorial, or an aesthetic deep dive. It's more of a heart to heart. I want to share something really personal with you, my journey to dressing modestly, and what that's looked like for me as a Jewish woman who hasn't always been religious, as someone who loves fashion, and as someone just trying to live with more intention and more alignment. So grab a tea, get cozy, and let's chat, my dear friends. To start with, I've always been drawn to more vintage, classy, elegant looks. Think Kate Middleton, Grace Kelly, old Hollywood, 1950s silhouettes, that kind of timeless, put together vibe. But I'll be honest, in my teens and early 20s, my style was all over the place. I had absolutely no idea what actually suited me or reflected who I was. I just wanted to hop on every passing trend. When I started my fashion Instagram account in 2022, it actually really helped me define my personal style. I started noticing patterns in what I gravitated towards and what I look good in. Long skirts, structured coats, button-up blouses, romantic details. I realized that I actually didn't feel comfortable or confident in the hyper revealing trends that dominated the past decade. I would try to wear what was in, but I'd really just feel kind of awkward and out of place, not because I was insecure, because it just didn't feel like me. I mean, in all honesty, I used to be a bikini model. I love my body, but it stopped really feeling right to share it with the world, especially after marriage. And here's where it gets a little deeper. As I reconnected with my faith and my Jewish identity, I started learning more and more about the concept of tzniut. Now, most people hear modesty and instantly think it's about hiding or dressing in a certain way because of men, because of oppression, but honestly, that could not be further from the truth. Modesty to me is about the beauty inside. It's about living with dignity, humility, and intention. It's about my personal relationship with God, not how I look on that to the outside world. There's actually a verse and it says, walk modestly with your God. It's not about judgment or restriction. It's about inwardness and about being in tune with something deeper. I didn't come to this truth overnight. It really clicked for me when I started thinking critically, really critically about what society is telling us as women. Modern feminism often says that showing more skin is empowering, that being provocative is a sign of confidence. But when you really stop to think, who is actually benefiting from that kind of mindset? Is it women or is it men? Because the harsh reality is it's men. Men benefit when women and girls are constantly told by society to reveal more, perform more, expose more. And that's not freedom. That is literally conditioning. And that realization, that light bulb, that was huge for me because true empowerment is when I choose what feels right for me, not what's trending, not what makes me more palatable or attractive to others. When I started dressing modestly, it wasn't because anyone told me to. It wasn't because of a man. It wasn't because of anything like that. It was something I felt in my soul, something that made me feel aligned with my values. That being said, my husband, he really does love how I dress now, and he definitely respects it. But I do this for me and for my connection with Hashem. And another thing I noticed really is that people treat you differently when you dress modestly. There's a level of respect, of presence that I never felt when I was trying to fit in with those skimpy, trendy outfits. And if you're married, this way of dressing can also show to the outside world that you're well taken care of and that you take pride in your appearance in your relationship. Other men are less likely to cross lines, and women, they feel more at ease around you, which is way more important to me. And now I want to talk to you a little bit about like the how. I make a lot of my own clothes now, and that's been such a rewarding and creative part of this journey. But you don't have to be a seamstress to dress modestly. You can take really trendy, even revealing pieces and add layers. So, a sheer top, add a fitted tee underneath, a short dress, wear a longer lace or sheer dress underneath it, or even jeans for like that 2000s look or thick tights under. It's really, really easy once you get the hang of it, and it doesn't have to look frumpy or outdated if you do it right. Here are a few quick tips if you're just starting out. Please start slow. Add a few longer skirts or higher neck tops to your wardrobe while simultaneously getting rid of pants, jeans, and anything revealing. One new item in and one new item donated. That way, you always have something to wear, but you aren't breaking the bank by starting a whole new wardrobe. Layering is going to be your best friend, and pay attention to fabrics. Flowing, structured, elegant textures elevate any look. And Pinterest is super amazing for modest style inspiration. It's where I get a lot of my ideas, but also you should follow my Instagram for my daily chic but modest outfit inspiration. And don't forget accessories. They elevate everything. But the best part, there's a modest fashion revolutioning happening right now. Designers and influencers are redefining what it means to dress modestly. It's becoming trendy again, not just within religious communities, but on runways, on TikTok, everywhere. In fact, the hashtag modestest hottest has been trending for weeks now on Instagram. Even with all of that, I want to be real with you. This is still an ongoing journey for me. Like, for example, I don't always cover my head, not yet, and not probably ever. This little cute thing is honestly because my hair was dirty today and I really like the way that it like pulled together the outfit. But mostly that is a deeply personal connection between me and Hashem, and that's okay. Modesty isn't a checklist, it's a mindset, and it's something that grows with you over time. Most importantly, we should never ever judge other women for how they dress or express themselves like ever. That's not modest or being a girl's girl. Everyone's on their own journey, and just because that I found something beautiful and meaningful for me doesn't mean that it's right for everyone, and it doesn't mean that I expect others to follow exactly what I do, and I don't care how my friends dress. What I do hope is that this video maybe helps you feel more curious, maybe more inspired, maybe a little more open to the idea that modesty isn't about restriction, it's about dignity and self-expression, about choosing yourself and honoring something bigger. So if this spoke to you and you're curious about Tinuit or modest fashion, I really just encourage you to explore it with an open mind and heart. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can start small, you can find your own version of it. You can still be stylish, trendy, and feminine, expressive while being modest. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever thought about dressing a little more modestly? What does empowerment mean or look like to you? Let's talk, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.